Okay, let's do it. What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris. This is going to be another game from the defense. This is going to be Quantic versus Na'Vi. So some two heavy-hitting powerhouses right off the bat. Quantic can be banning out the Nature's Prophet. Na'Vi banning out the Shadow Demon, which is like, kind of an infrequent ban, but then banning out the Naga Siren, who has been getting a lot more playtime nowadays. Well, I mean, like, she just got released, so I guess any playtime is a lot more than she usually gets, but Naga Siren honestly haven't seen a game with her in a professional game yet, but then again, I was kind of busy yesterday, and that's pretty much like all the time she's been out, so. But apparently Na'Vi has a healthy respect for Naga Siren right off the bat, and unfortunately for us, this is not going to be a Siren game, so sorry if you guys want to see Siren. The game is going on actually right now. If you are tuning in live, it is CLG and MTW. They do have a Naga Siren in that game. So if you guys really want to see some Siren, it's over there. But I would much rather like it if you guys stuck around here. This game is being live casted at the moment, so that's what I'm talking about. So Lycan is being banned up as well from Quantic. Not a surprise there. Lycan not seeing the light of day. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Darkseer or a Chen, or Enchantress, or any of that good stuff. Just a note for any of you guys watching this recording, I did cast a game right before this. It was an hour-long game, so my voice is kind of hurting, so I'm probably not going to be the most enthusiastic. Everyone who's watching the stream, I guess, well, now you guys know also, but so just casted that game, and my voice is not really able to hold up for long periods of time. I've not been casting for that long, and especially with long hour games where I have to keep talking for a straight hour, it's pretty hard on the voice. Your voice gets really sore, and then just doesn't feel good. But nonetheless, I will try to just be a little more calmer in the stages where nothing is happening, and then try to amp up the excitement, get to the original casting when the shit hits the fan. And I would like it if I had more than 29 viewers. I haven't broken 100 viewers yet, and I feel like once I do, then I'd be very happy. And that's not just something that I feel like saying. If I break 100 viewers, like once that happens, I'm gonna be a happy person. But still not really getting a lot of exposure, even though I don't know, it's hard because people don't like watching new people, because you stand the risk of completely wasting your time, and then you gotta watch the entire same game again. And speaking of watching new people, I'm just completely skipping over these. Darkseer being picked up by Na'Vi. You rarely see Darkseer getting past the ban pool, but he did get past this time, and he's gonna get picked up. Quantic in the meantime picking up both the Invoker and the Leshrac. Invoker actually, I don't know, last game I just casted, he did go, the Invoker did go for a Wex build, and I've been seeing a little bit more Wex recently, so I'm not going to say it's guaranteed Exort build. If they get a setup stun for that Leshrac, then it's most likely going to be an Exort build, because you have a lot of kill power in that lane. But if they go a little bit stun light, go a little slow heavy, then it might be beneficial to pick up the Wex build. Na'Vi gonna respond by picking up Tinker and Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight, is kind of first pick material. Tinker, you don't see that often getting picked up early in the game. You usually see him in the 4th box or the 5th box, because unless you're MTW, where Sock gets his Tinker denied constantly. Tinker not really likely to be banned out. Na'Vi possibly banning out the Tinker in response to Quantic's team, kind of like banning it by picking it, but it will give them a lot of map mobility. It will give them a lot of split pushing, which Darkseer is okay with split pushing. He's no Broodmother, but still gives you that. So it also gives you a lot of mobility, which Na'Vi is currently very heavy on mobility, having that surge on the Darkseer, can be having boots, travel, force staff, all the good stuff on the Tinker, and then Chaos Knight with the second highest movement speed in the game, I think. Luna's the first. So Chaos Knight is just naturally quick. Even faster if he gets a drum, which lots of Chaos Knights do. See what the pick out from Quantic is going to be. I want to see something new. I want to see a Wisp. I would love to see a Wisp. That would be amazing. but the time is running out for Quantic. Just get the Wisp. Come on. You know you guys want to get the Wisp. Do it for the viewers. No, they're going to be picking up the Morphling. In classic Quantic fashion, Morphling is going to be played by Korok, who plays an extremely mean Morphling. That is his one of his signature heroes. He plays a couple of heroes really well, Morphling being one of them. Sand King being banned out from the Na'Vi side, making sure that Quantic doesn't have that easy setup stun. So Na'Vi so far has banned out Shadow Demon and Sand King, and I guess to a lesser extent even that Naga Siren to prevent an easy split earth from that Tormented Soul of Leshrac. He's no longer Tormented Soul, is he? But Na'Vi currently a little bit stun light. I mean support light. Me and like the Darkseer usually wants to get gold up. Usually put him in the hard lane. And just, well, everyone else, Tinker definitely isn't going to be going support in Chaos Knight. I mean, like, I've seen him play the support before, but you typically don't want your Chaos Knight playing support. Na'Vi actually banning out the Crystal Maiden, getting rid of another setup for that Leshrac stun, and also eliminating lots of the big tri-lane heroes. I wouldn't be surprised if Quantic picked up someone like a Venomancer, but instead banning out the Chen. Enchantress still is in the pool if Na'Vi wants to take that up. It will give them a jungle hero, which there aren't really a lot of. Enigma is still in the pool as well. Enigma, Venomancer, Windrunner, Enchantress, all still open choices for this game. And all will fit rather well. The only problem with those picks is that they're boring as hell. We've been seeing them for the past like couple months, so. Well, there you go. Enigma ban. So no real jungle. Oh no, Enchantress is still in the jungle. Or potentially still in the jungle. Let's see if Na'Vi wants to pick her up, or I feel like if they don't, Quantic's probably gonna snatch her up. Enchantress and Windrunner, and let's see who else, and Venomancer, and one more. Who's gonna be picked? I don't know. I still want to say Wisp. Na'Vi, do it. Wisp. I want to see it. I'll be happy if I see a Wisp.
5 seconds remaining.
But Wisp. We'll give Na'Vi another stun. Not the most reliable. It looks like they are going to go for that Enchantress. Going to get the jungle. Which is going to mean Quantic is going to struggle. Well, I mean, like, they're not going to have that same golden experience income. They're probably going to go for a tri-lane with that Morphling. Venomancer, Leshrac, Morphling. Not a bad tri-lane. Or Earthshaker is also wouldn't be a bad choice for Quantic as well to set up that tri-lane. But their tri-lane is kind of forced at this point, unless they want to run some weird double dual lane, which you don't really see that all that often. Quantic does have a potential mid lane with the Invoker. Morphling, Leshrac, and someone else probably going to go for bot. Would be beneficial if they picked up a Windrunner. Sticker on the top lane, going to be going up against a, well, could be anyone, Tinker or CK or whatever, but we do see an AA being picked up by Na'Vi, so AA CK is in the game. One of the deadliest lane combinations, the deadliest in my opinion, but that's highly debatable. Most likely going to be going for mid lane. Darkseer on the bottom, Tinker on the top with Enchantress in the jungle. Quantic, let's see what they want to pick up for this. I mean, Invoker could be fine in the mid lane. They might dual the mid lane, put 2 people in the mid lane. But like the Morphling and the Venomancer or something like that, which could be a little bit more dangerous for the Venomancer. Morphling should be fine, but come on, let's see a Wisp. No, Vengeful Spirit's gonna be the pickup, so they still have the play stun for that Leshrac. They do have all their support heroes. They do have the Morphling and the Leshrac and the Invoker for kind of the mid-late game thing. Whereas Na'Vi mostly have the Chaos Knight, a little bit from the Tinker, and Darkseer just sit there and be beefy as Darkseers usually do. So we're just gonna get this game on the road as soon as all of these guys get in. I really like this. It's very StarCraft-esque, and that's very useful. I feel like current gold is useless though. Hero level also kind of useless, but I don't know. You gotta have lots of tabs. There's still I, O, and P to finish the QWERTY up.
10 seconds remaining.
But Quantic, A pretty good early game, pretty good late game as well. So both teams fairly balanced as far as their games, their power, game power, their power throughout each portion of the game goes. Are going to be fine. Each team is going to be fine if they decide to go, if they happen to go in the late game, or they could even try to put some pressure on early. Tinker, if he goes for a laser rocket build, or Chaos Knight if he gets some 4-second stuns, they could be able to have a lot of power on in the early stages of the game. Quantic, kind of the same thing. Morphling is he's a pretty vicious carry, but he could also do pretty well in the early mid stage of the game just with that waveform. Does a lot of damage, especially when it's set up with all these play stuns. You got the slow, you got the stun from Vengeful Spirit, potentially have a little bit of a disable coming out from the Invoker and Leshrac as well. So this Morphling can do pretty well in an early mid-game strat. Quantic also has a pretty good pushing power with the Venomancer and with the Leshrac Edict. And if Invoker decides to go for Exhort, they're going to have the Forged Spirits as well. The pushing from the Na'Vi side, not the same kind of pushing, not really the killing tower pushing, but you got the Ion Shell, you have the March of the Machines, and you have the Enchantress, he's a pretty good tower pusher early in the game. Once again, my voice is kind of broken from the last game I casted, guys, so apologies for not being entirely enthusiastic. I'm going to try to keep a more low-profile game just so I don't completely fuck up my voice. But nothing's happening now, so it's okay. Let's go over who's playing what. We have Brax on the Invoker, Mikey. I guess that's Mikey. Unless it's not. I don't see why. Yeah, I'm going to assume it is. So, yeah, on the Vengeful Spirit, Korok can be playing his signature Morphling, Painted Gold, on the Leshrac, and Matrim on the Venomancer. In the meantime, on the Na'Vi side, they do not have their entire lineup. They have Puppy on the Enchantress, going to be jungling up, as puppies usually do. Light of Heaven on the Darkseer, most likely going towards the bot lane. Dendi on the Chaos Knight. Havorst on the Tinker, and a stand-in, NS, going to be playing that AA, most likely going to be a Dendi Ancient Apparition lane in the mid lane, with Tinker on the top lane, Puppy in the jungle, Light of Heaven on the bot lane. And here we go, we're finally ready, so let's go. Did Quantic? I feel like Quantic had some people changes, and I've just been out of the loop. They lost like IX Mike, and no, that's a different team. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. But that's okay. I'm just like mental breakdown mode right now from just staring at the screen for a couple hours, but that's okay. Looks like both teams going to be heading towards the bottom lane jungle. Going to be looking for a fight. Na'Vi fight. Both teams have pretty good level 1 fight. It's going to be a matter of who gets caught out and who gets targeted. Painted Gold is a little bit too far away. Painted Gold might actually be stuck. Dendi level up the Chaos Bolt. 1 second stun going to Painted Gold, but a retaliation stun coming out from the Vengeful Spirit. Dendi taking a lot of right-click damage. Matrim getting cold feeded up, but a 3-man split earth coming out from Painted Gold. Missiles coming out as well. Korok is trying to right-click down Light of Heaven, who is on the Vengeful Spirit's ass. There goes the waveform, trying to do a little bit more damage to Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven is on the run. Matrim is on the run from the rest of Na'Vi as well. Dendi is trying to cut through the trees. He does not have enough mana for another Chaos Bolt. Brax is in the middle of nowhere, however. He's stuck. He's going to get stunned up. This probably is going to be the first blood on the Invoker. Yes, Darkseer with that Ion Shell being able to pick up the first blood. Unfortunately, Chaos Knight does not have any more mana, so he has to get out of here. Light of Heaven also really weak on the health. And everyone looks like they want to fall back. There's no more Venomous Gale from the Venomancer. No more place stuns. So that's going to be it. Na'Vi taking an easy first blood. Painted Gold. Enchant coming off cooldown for Enchantress. Doesn't look like she wants to do that, however. Stun going to be hitting a Dendi, however. Painted Gold has to watch out. She's going to take a couple of right clicks, so Na'Vi taking easy first blood on the Invoker. That is going to hurt his game quite a bit. And let's see who actually got it. Light of Heaven, so he's going to be on the bot lane. Actually with the Ancient Apparition. Huh. Solo mid Dendi up against Korok. Well, it works. Unless no. NS is actually transitioning to the bot lane. Light of Heaven is going to be facing up a tri-lane with Painted Gold, the Vengeful Spirit. I'm just going to call him Mikey, right? Yeah. And Matrim going to be wandering around, possibly going toward the mid lane, possibly staying towards the bot lane. Light of Heaven's going to have a little bit of room to move around right now, but later on he's going to have to really play a lot more conservatively, being that melee hero. And that's taking a lot of damage from that Venomous Gale. Korok wants the waveform. There it is, the waveform. A couple more right clicks going off onto him. Chaos Knight actually denying him. So beautiful play by the Chaos Knight, bringing Korok back into the frozen and freezing his feet, I guess. Cold feet, yeah, that works. His feet got frozen. But beautiful play by Dendi, denying his teammate and getting a kill in the meantime. So he's going to be happy about that, and Quantic probably a little bit pissed, especially the Morphling. Morphling does not want to die. Did he? No, he actually didn't go for a straight up early bottle build, so he didn't lose a lot of his crucial gold. 300, 400, 5, yeah, it's not an early bottle build. But it's definitely not what you want to happen, having a kill denied ever, really. Especially when the kill was denied from your Morphling, and then your Morphling gets killed. It's just bad news all around. What is he wearing? He's just wearing weeds all over his head. Anyway, Invoker is going to be on the top lane. Going to be going for 1 point of Quas. Going to be trying to do some pulling. This is going to have to be careful because Puppy, well, Puppy doesn't really have much right now. He doesn't have any creeps. Actually went for Nature's Attendance level 1. So, well, that's why he doesn't have any creeps. So, Invoker has a little bit of free time in the top lane, but once Enchantress gets some creeps, she's going to be able to push down extremely quickly. Horst is actually playing the Tinker. Huh. Horst typically the Na'Vi carry player, but I guess if you have nice last hitting abilities, the Tinker is a good hero for you. He is going to go for the March of the Machines heat-seeking missile build, so he's going to go for a more farm-oriented build instead of a kill-oriented build. The kill build is laser missile. And usually you go that if you don't feel confident in getting a fast boots of travel, or just want to play Tinker in the more heavy damage dealer kind of way instead of the map presence kind of way. It depends what your focus is. Light of Heaven Darkseer is getting shut down pretty bad on this bot lane, but Darkseer could still survive, get a couple of levels, and try to send out some ion shells to keep his tower alive. And try to pick up some CS if the other team isn't the best at managing that ion shell damage. My voice is killing me already. This is not good. Dendi gonna reality rip Matrim. Gonna do a 3-second stun plus cold feet. Matrim is so freaking dead. A couple more right clicks and Enchantress is gonna pick up that kill, but in the meantime, Light of Heaven being taken down by the Vengeful Spirit on the bot lane. I'm afraid this is gonna be the last game for today, guys. My voice is just killing me right now. It's bad. Hopefully this game does not last an hour like the last one, but if it does, I'm going to be unhappy. Anyway, Light of Heaven falling to a Magic Missile Split Earth, probably into Edict. It's a very solid combo, very deadly as well. And even if you do have Surge, you're not going to be able to get away from that. Korok, what are you doing up there? I guess suspecting that Dark Green, the NS, circling around for a kill, but he's actually going back down into the lane, try to get some farm up. Puppy's still not having any creeps. That sucks, Invoker. That's what you want to do as an Invoker. Looks like Enchantress is actually content with taking this Soul Stealer. 600 mana. I didn't know they had that much mana. But he's just going to be harassing the Invoker with a little bit of mana burn. Is he going to be able to get a kill because this Tinker doesn't deal the most damage? A couple missiles and instant Ghost Wall coming out from Brax. Not really necessary, but it will save him a lot of time with those Quas runes and maybe even save himself his last Tango. Putting the gold on the meantime on the bot lane. Keeping up with Horst on the top lane as far as CS goes. Light of Heaven not doing the best, only 9-1. But the CS pretty even. See, it's a little bit in favor of Na'Vi with Dendi and Horst, with the top 3 as far as gold income goes, and plus they're 1 kill ahead, so they also have that under their belts. Chaos Knight has picked up a bottle, so he is going to be able to control the runes, and he could leave and get Ancient Apparition a couple more levels. Every time Dendi does go for a rune, if a rune is up, did I got a rune? Yeah, the runes are down right now. But if every time he leaves for the rune, it will give Ancient Apparition a little bit more time to get towards his level 6, and once the Ancient Apparition gets level 6, then it really becomes a lot more dangerous for Quantic, especially since a lot of your heroes don't really have that much health. Like Morphling could survive just fine with that from that ultimate. Invoker a little bit, but Vengeful Spirit, Leshrac, and the rest of them not really so much. Dendi now going on to Mikey, taking a 3-second stun plus Cold Feet and taking a lot of damage. Dendi is also getting right clicked by Korok, however, so Dendi might go down. He's taking poison damage as well. Puppey actually blocking Korok. Perfect play by Puppey, making sure that Korok does not get in. He has to strength morph right now. He's just getting right click down. Dendi's circling around again, using that bottle charge to try to get back in. 1-second stun going onto Matrim and Reality Rift as well. Right click from the Chaos Knight, being able to seal that deal. Perfect block by Puppey, making a little cage for Korok, and Korok unfortunately could not wrestle himself past that barrier. This is going to be another kill for Na'Vi, and yeah, Vengeful Spirit and Venomancer going down. So very good play by Na'Vi, taking a very early advantage in this game, sitting at 2,000, 1,500 for gold and experience respectively. And the Tinker, let's see how the Tinker is. Tinker is halfway towards his Boots of Travel, and he's actually doing quite a bit compared to this Invoker, who is going for the Wex build. So Wex build, typically seen when your lanes don't have as much kill power, but if your lanes do have a lot of kill power, you want that Sunstrike to kind of really seal the deal and get complete utter dominance over all the other lanes. Looks like Puppey's actually helping Forest a little bit with his farm. Actually, who's yellow? Yeah, actually Forest did manage to pick up a couple of those with the Marching Machines. So Puppey force feeding the Tinker money, trying to get towards a quicker Boots of Travel. And once he gets that, he's dangerous. He could teleport wherever he wants, and Missile's only level 2. So it's not really the biggest threat, but just the threat of an extra person and some additional right clicks is going to be pretty deadly, as Brax getting his tower pushed very aggressively. Horse is kind of low, but Puppey does still have that heal, and this tower is starting to take a lot of damage with that siege creep, and with the frickin' tornado keeping Brax back, completely nullifying his Quas runes. Looks like Dendi and NS in the meantime managing to pick off the Vengeful Spirit, who's warding, or trying to ward, I guess. But either way, got a little bit too out of place. Brax forced to go into the Ghost Walk, and he's moving very slowly because he only has like 2 Wex. So he's going to be forced to play extremely conservatively, as Pink and Puppey and Forest going to get free reign over this tower. Tower only at 177 HP. I feel like if Brax tries to deny it, he's going to get himself killed. Looks like Enchantress is going to pick up the tower, so that is the first tower being taken down in this game in favor of Na'Vi, so extending their lead. Dendi is now on the chase for Metrim. Looks like Reality Rift has failed once, Poison Gale going off, and now Na'Vi is in a little bit of trouble. Korok is in front of them. Cold Feet going off onto Korok, and he waveforms away, but he still has the thing on him. 1-second stun for Korok. He's going to freeze. Venomancer is going to take out NS in the meantime, however, so Dendi is on the run. He's going to teleport out. Is there anything coming out? No, there's no stuns. So Dendi is going to be able to teleport away, and where did that little thing go? Well, Morphling fired a ball of water, and it must have evaporated into the air. Darkseer does have a soul ring up, does have a ring of regen, so his regeneration is quite good, and he's pressuring this tower quite a bit with that Ion Shell. Vengeful Spirit not really equipped to deal with that. Doesn't have the AoE or really right-click damage to take down the creeps with the Ion Shell extremely quickly, but Light of Heaven is going to see Painted Gold, and he is going to take a stun. Here comes the AA Blast, going to be able to hit on Mikey and Paint, but doesn't matter with that level 3 Magic Missile, going to be able to take down Light of Heaven, who acted a little bit too slowly. I feel like if he just ran and didn't surge himself, he would have been fine. But it's kind of reflex. Korok now getting stunned up. I don't know how long that stun was, but he is going to waveform out. He does have a bottle, and he looks like he's going to bottle Crow. So Dendi and Puppey can be pushing onto this mid lane. Where is the Tinker? Tinker does have his Boots of Travel, so very fast travels coming out from the Tinker, being force-fed lots of neutrals from Puppey. And that is going to hurt Puppey just a little bit as far as his item progression, but I'm sure Na'Vi is more than okay with that. Reality Rift from Metrim onto the low ground. Painted Gold is going to be able to there for the stun. Metrim going to take the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, but Dendi is still sitting in the middle of all of the Edict Blasts. Tinker able to pick off Metrim with the Heat-Seeking Missiles. And Painted Gold is going to survive as well. Oh god, my voice is killing me, guys. I am so sorry. Not the best cast, I know. I simply do not have the endurance for prolonged casting quite yet. But there's no better way to get that endurance than to just friggin' do it. Power through it, right? Dendi teleporting back towards the mid lane, does have a bracer, probably going for a drum, which you see quite a bit, and Force doing the Tinker thing. Going to be teleporting all over the place, pushing out wherever he can. Going to be getting a lot of money. Already sitting at another 800, plus a Soul Ring, plus a Boots of Travel. So he's sitting pretty. He's doing quite well for himself at this current point in time, sitting at 59 CS. Looks like Puppey is stalking Korok. He is going to find Matrim there as well. I don't know if they could burst down Korok. If they get a good stun, they can. Reality Rift onto Korok with a 4-second stun. Cold Feet as well. Impetus is flying out. Korok getting annihilated. Invoker in the meantime actually going on to Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven getting picked down for another time. Look at all those rings. This Darkseer just like blings here. Yeah, that was bad. I'm sorry, but he's going for a hood. Plus Soul Ring. How much is that? 3,522. Holy crap. Plus his base regen. A lot of regeneration going off. Dendi taking a Poison Gale. Reality Rift failed once again. Dendi is going to get taken down by this Pulse Nova. And Edict trying to do as much damage to Painted Gold as he can before he goes down. But Ancient Apparition taking a lot of damage. Puppey is now here with his impetuses. But Painted Gold still has mana. And he just annihilates Puppey. NS is still on the run. Light of Heaven coming in for possibly a kill. Vacuum misses, however. So that's not going to be a kill for him. Enchantress getting a little bit over aggressive. Kind of forgetting that she's one of the weakest heroes in the game. Light of Heaven taking a Split Earth from Painted Gold. Painted Gold is just wreaking havoc on the Navi side right now. A couple more right clicks. One more. Yes, it will take him down. Venomancer is going to be able to take down Light of Heaven for the 4th time. Light of Heaven not having the best game. Double teleportation coming in from Navi. Where was Tinker during all of that? Tinker should have teleported in there. If he got a missile off, then I'm pretty sure Blue would have died. And it definitely would have warded them back. Prevented Quantic from being so aggressive. While all that was happening, however, Invoker was given a little bit of free time on the bottom lane to farm. He's sitting at 1,400 gold, going for a Wex build, so probably going to go for that Drum. Drum is usually what you see on the Invoker. Increase your movement speed. Aim for perma haste with those phase boots. Max out Wex. Going strong onto Tinker, taking a lot of damage from that Cold Snap. But the tower is there, and Force is going to be able to survive out of this. Use Marching Machines to push down this creep wave. Try to defend his tower. He's going to go for a Force Staff, so once he gets that, he's going to be even more mobile. Kind of adding to the mobility theme of Na'Vi. In the meantime, 3 heroes, or 2.5 I guess, positioned towards the mid lane, and wow, Painted Gold already with a Soul Booster, pretty much done. He's well on his way to his Bloodstone, 13 minutes in, so that's going to be a very fast Bloodstone, and if he keeps playing like he's playing, getting all those kills and assists, the Bloodstone is going to be filled very quickly. Stun going off, only hitting on the Satyr Hellcaller. But Leshrac is going to be fairly dangerous with 67 creep kills, pretty much staying neck and neck with Tinker. And that's pretty impressive considering, well, it's Tinker, so there's that. But, yeah, Leshrac doing pretty well for himself. Drum has popped, no, that was actually not his Drum, that was the Buckler. Giving everyone a little bit extra armor, and is going to mean Enchantress is going for the mech, kind of standard. Tower is going to be pushed down by Illusion Rune, I believe, yeah. Well, he doesn't have Phantasm yet, so it obviously can't be that. And Tinker is going to teleport in for this. Uses Marching Machines for not creep wave. Tornado going off and missiles on the other side. Painted Gold is going to get initiated upon. 3-second stun on him. Force is going to be able to there with the laser. AA Ice Blast is going to miss, however. Dendi getting a little bit overconfident, going to be taken down. Missile is going to be able to take down. No, actually, Ancient Apparition with the Cold Feet. Able to take down Vengeful Spirit. So 1-for-1 trade. Not a good trade for Na'Vi, though. That's exactly the trade that Quantic wanted. Giving their support hero for Navi's heaviest hitting carry. Yes, take that every single day you can. Light of Heaven, in the meantime, is pushing out the top lane and be trying to apply some pressure to the tier 2 while the rest of his team is fighting it out. But Morphling doesn't have much. 400 gold. Does he have anything on the... No, Morphling's pretty poor, but he is 0-2-1, so he's going to have to get some items up if he wants to be really effective. But really, he doesn't have to white yet. He has a lot of time to do so because Painted Gold is so farmed right now. Yeah, only just a little bit away from his Bloodstone. Already level 11. Let's see XP per minute. Where's that? Yes. Leshrac topping the charts even above a Tinker. That's impressive. But Tinker with this triple stacked Ancient Camp is going to be able to level that quite a bit. Yeah, you see the XP per minute just skyrocketing as Tinker hits level 12. Plus a Force Staff. I wouldn't be surprised to see his gold per total gold per minute is pretty big in favor of the Tinker farming those Ancients. The rest of his team, however, with EMP can be pushed away by an EMP just for a little bit, but this tower is not long for life. Lots of Quantic people are here though. Gale going off on Puppey and Light of Heaven. Fortification going off as well. Painted Gold is on the side lanes, waiting to just jump in with all his spells. Missed Split Earth, and this tower not quite in deny range. Perfectly not 7 HP away. Missile's going to be flying out from Horse. And with those Plague Wards going to be holding up the creep wave. Just a couple more right clicks. The tower is in deny range. Are they going to try to deny it? No. Everyone has already fallen back.
Middle tower has fallen.
So another tower falls in favor of Na'Vi, and they have yet to lose a tower of their own. So even though they are 1 kill behind, the gold advantage should reflect an advantage for Na'Vi, as it does. EXP a little bit in favor of Quantic, but really that's not such a huge deal right now. The problem for Na'Vi is that Dendi does not have much on that Chaos Knight. He's going for Treads. He's going for an armlet, that's what he's going for. Ice Blast going to fly and not hit anyone. Matrim going to be able to gale up Puppey, and missiles coming in onto Matrim, who took a 4-second stun. Where's the Vacuum? Dendi getting Cold Snap as well. Vacuum onto Matrim as well as Brax. They're both going to take a set of missiles. Brax has invoked, no, he's actually got Tornado, not Ghost Walk. I think that might have been a mistake, so Brax tried to invoke Ghost Walk, but he kind of failed. 3-second stun going off the Mund Mikey, however. Dendi with that Ion Shell and just CK's raw damage, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, but Dendi underestimating how much power this Leshrac has, almost at his Bloodstone, is going to die yet again for the 4th time. Yeah, Dendi's going for a straight armlet, so going for a heavy DPS build. Force, in the meantime, doing his thing, pushing down the top lane, might be able to take this tower. He doesn't have much of a creep wave, but then again, the tower doesn't have many defenders either. Korok is going to jump in with the waveform. He's going to just right-click him down, laser to make him miss, and a Force Staff to get himself in distance. Looks like a replicate of the Tinker is up, and Korok just needs a couple more right-clicks. Force trying to pull some crazy juking, but Korok able to escape from that. Ice Blast is going to hit perfectly with that Vacuum. Beautiful play by the Darks here. Matron now getting cold feeded up. Brax is here as well. Cold snapping this Ancient Apparition, doing a lot of damage. Tornado going to be killing him? No, not quite. But the EMP is going to blast, and Dendi losing all of his mana, and even lost a bottle charge right there. So Invoker doing well to kill that Ancient Apparition, making sure that Morphling's death was avenged. But they got the Morphling though. Tinker had plenty of gold, and he could even buy back. So money isn't really that a big deal for the Tinker, but 2-for-1 trade in favor of Quantic as it stands, and they're going to be able to take down Tier 1 on the bot lane. That is going to be their third tower actually. So Quantic actually swinging 1 tower ahead. We'll be able to put them in a slight advantage, but not really a definitive one at all. Forced, picking up an ultimate orb. Might be going for a sheep stick, so get that permahex. I don't see him getting a Lincoln Sphere or a Manta Style at this point in the game. But they're all options for later on with his ultimate orbs. Looks like NS can take a swap Magic Missile, and Brax is going to right click him down. Boom. Tried to get that Ice Blast out, and I don't think it didn't hit. Oh, it did hit on Brax, but it didn't really do anything. Light of Heaven rotating down the bot lane with his pipe finish. No boots, so he's pretty slow. But with that surge, you pretty much have haste whenever you want it. Dendi looking for a kill on Painted Gold, who does have a Bloodstone up. 19 minutes in the game. 6 charges, so just the base amount. Dendi's going to block Painted Gold in. Painted Gold knows something is up, and here comes Puppey. 4-second stun onto Painted Gold. Edict is up, and Tinker is here also, however. Enchantress with those impetuses is able to take down Leshrac, so he's going to lose a couple of his charges right off the bat. Not what you want to have happen as Leshrac. You want to be the aggressor as soon as you get your Bloodstone up, but sometimes it is just unavoidable. As Quantic takes another easy kill. Light of Heaven getting ganked up again. There is no Magic Missile, so Light of Heaven does have a pipe, so he might be able to escape from this, but he's just perma-stunned from that Cold Snap, trying to vacuum people in, but it's ultimately not going to be enough. Vengeful Spirit not going to take over from that freeze effect. Oh god, I just had to sneeze, but then I didn't. That was awful. Forrest is out of mana, and Korok does still have mana actually, so in 3 seconds he could go for a dive on this if he feels like it. He does have a replicate somewhere, I actually don't know where. Where is his replicate anyway? But anyway, Na'Vi sending Dendi and Puppey up towards the top lane, going to be waveforming, and yeah, his replicate was all the way back there, so just pushing out the tower, putting as much pressure on it as he possibly can. And Tinker still holding the XP advantage, so he's going to be able to push everything back quite a bit. Who's traveling now to the Tier 3 tower on the bot lane. They have to defend this tower. And, well, not really, I guess, since everyone's falling back. Dendi has picked up a haste rune, but with the amount of stuns that Quantic has and the amount of burst damage. Not really going to help him if he gets into trouble. Dendi is not wealthy at all. I don't know if there's a German stream, Phoba. I unfortunately speak no German at all. So if you're still watching, then you're in the wrong place. My apologies. If I did speak another language fluently, I would so be casting that. Puppey getting galed up by Matrim, and Korok is on the chase, but with Tinker teleporting in and Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, can hit perfectly on Korok. Laser as well. No, yes, it did hit actually. Tinker being able to take him down, and Force going to be taken down by Leshrac. So Leshrac going to be able to take down some charges. Trading a 1-for-1 Tinker for Morphling. Quantic's Morphling not having a fun time at all, just constantly being ganked up by Na'Vi, but I feel like every time Morphling dies, he takes someone with him, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but still, you don't want your Morphling to die ever, just considering how slippery he is with Waveform, Strength Morph, and Replicate. It should be really hard to kill that Morphling, but Na'Vi is making it happen. Very coordinated ganks. Mech is up on Enchantress, but it looks like she is going to get ganked up. Swap is up in 1 second. Tornado flying out. Going to hit perfectly on Puppey. Puppey is so dead. Magic Missile going to be going off. And yeah, Vengeful Spirit with a right click is going to be able to take him down. Dendi has popped his Phantasm looking for someone, but Quantic is just going to fall back. Nothing Dendi could do about that. He is hasted actually, so if he finds a Reality Rift target, but Dendi is... No, they don't know who the real Dendi is. Painted Gold can get Reality Rift and 2-second stun, but Brax and... Yeah, what the hell happened? That was a miss swap? Did she swap? Yeah, she swapped. Did she swap Leshrac? I don't know what happened there, but she... Bottom line, she did not swap Dendi. And if she did, then Dendi slipped away really easily somehow, but... I actually have no idea what just happened. So that was my bad, I guess. Dendi has his armlet up, but it doesn't matter, because all of Quantic wants his ass dead. Brax is going to open up with the Cold Snap. He does have a Tornado up his sleeve. Matrim is here also. Venomous Gale is going to hit. Ancient Apparition Ice Blast can come and hit everyone. So Force could make something happen with that freeze effect on everyone. Looks like Mikey is not going to take over once again. He's going to teleport out to safety. Leshrac getting that Chaos Knight kill. Going to be putting Leshrac at 7 charges, so sitting pretty at 7. Pretty good as far as Bloodstone charges go. 23 minutes into the game. And take out the Chaos Knight free? Yes, please. Ancient Apparition Ultimate hit perfectly, but there simply was not enough support for that CK. Brax now going to get ganked up. Missiles and freeze and Cold Feet going to be going out, but Force Staff away going to be able to prevent that Cold Feet effect from actually working. Puppey and his squad wants this tier 1 tower on the bot lane, but Mikey is here, smoked up with phase boots, going to be able to land something. No, EMP going to be missing everyone, and Na'Vi is just going to fall back. Send some missiles to the support heroes of Quantic and just get on their way, going to the top lane, which Korok just got to, I believe. No, he was up here for a while, but the rest of Na'Vi looking for a tower on the bot lane still, but the rest of Quantic is here to retaliate. Dendi getting cold snapped out, trying to Reality Rift. He does get it onto Brax, but he's forced to fall back immediately. Vacuum into an Ancient Apparition Ice Blast perfectly. Vengeful Spirit gets taken down. Light of Heaven and sitting in the middle of everything with that pipe pops, but it looks like it doesn't matter. Painted Gold, simply too much mana, too much health. And he pulse noving down everyone, gonna get another kill. Dendi is still alive, and Puppey as well. 2-second stun going on to Painted Gold, taking a lot of impetus damage. Phantasm being popped off by Dendi, but doesn't matter. Invoker with a double kill. It's going to go on to Puppey as well. Is there another Venomous Gale? Yes, there is. Puppey is slowed to a crawl. Brax going to be able to get a triple kill. And that is a complete team wipe. Oh my god, that was such a great fight from Quantic. This Leshrac just doing so much. And plus when he died, everyone got healed, which is something that isn't really thought about that much, but hell, everyone who's alive on Quantic is in pretty healthy shape, so I guess the results speak for themselves. My voice is not getting better. I really have to figure out how to talk. Or how to talk, like, you know. Yeah. There's, like, specific ways to talk. But Invoker, going to be taking down the last right click on the tower, and Dendi sitting only at an armlet 25 minutes in, going for treads. Does he have them? No, he doesn't. So his Chaos Knight is very poor right now, and it's gold per minute. Yeah, Chaos Knight's all the way down here. That's not what you want at all. Forrest is going to be going for the Sheep Stick, which will help him shut down that Morphling a little bit. But really, Morphling isn't the problem right now. It's Leshrac. He's sitting in the middle of everyone. And even if you kill him, he's just going to heal the rest of his team with that Bloodstone. Sitting at 6 charges only, which isn't that huge, but you know, I guess it's average for Bloodstone. But sitting with level 3 Pulse Nova and Edict, it's a lot of damage coming out onto your team. And even if you hex him up, he doesn't give a shit because everything's still going. Tinker is going to pause the game, so we're going to go over who has what. Venomancer going for an Aghanim Scepter, looks like, or possibly a point booster into a Force Staff. Also going for Tranquil Boots. Vengeful Spirit going for Phase Boots, so wanting that mobility. Doesn't have anything, going for the poor build, which is when you get nothing and then you just play with it. It's a very good build. I highly recommend it. Brax sitting at a Hood, actually, so he might be going for a Pipe for his team after Force Staff and Drum. Invoker, there's no real set build, so he's a decent Pipe carrier. He does have a lot of mana. Painted Gold's going to be going for a BKB. Once he gets that, Navi's going to have to watch out. The only one who could really fight him toe-to-toe is Chaos Knight, but even then, Chaos Knight isn't going to win that battle. On the Navi side, Mech has been done for Enchantress for quite a while. Light of Heaven with nothing additional. Dendi with nothing additional. Vorst with Voidstone and Ultimate Orb, but not that much. And Ancient Apparition only packing a Urn as well as Treads. And I'm going to be checking on the stream right now. Awesome, 23 viewers. I love you guys. While this game is paused. Solara and Last Hit Magic, that's who it was. See, people don't like new casters. Maybe I'm just like flooding Reddit a little bit, but hell, I don't care. I want exposure. And this game continuing to be paused. So, yeah, I already pretty much covered everything. Quantic should be sitting at a pretty big advantage. They do have a couple towers in advantage. So yeah, gold earned is going to be up at 5,000. EXP earned with those 6 kills at advantage is going to be in their favor as well. Quantic, however, well, actually, Manta Style is up on the Morphling. Painted Gold wants 2 minutes as well. So Manta Style going to be up on the Morphling. Going to be going for a slower Morphling carry build. And what I mean by that is that he's not going to rush anything big. He doesn't have the Ethereal Blade, and at this point, I don't really think he's going to get it. He might still get it. It's a decent item at all points in the game. And the enemy team isn't the most tanky in the world, so it's still an option, but with 242, he's not getting a lot of money at all. His gold is still more than Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight sitting very evenly in the middle of the pack. But Quantic is relying heavily on this Leshrac to really get their kills, and it's working. 728, doing good work on the Leshrac right there. Eventually, though, Leshrac is not going to be able to pump out enough damage, but I'm talking like 20 minutes down the road. And Navi, I think they're going to be fine as far as that goes. They really just have to make sure that Morphling doesn't get too big, because once Morphling gets big, then they have 2 threats. Morphling and Leshrac, not even to mention the Invoker, who's doing a lot of spell damage in the background. All of Navi going to be smoking up, looking for someone to kill. They're going to be aiming for Korok, but I don't think they could find him unless Korok decides to stay way too long and farm these neutrals. There, they are going to be going for him. Dendi leading the charge. If he gets a 4-second stun, Korok is dead. 3-second stun is actually going to be all that he needs. Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast. Noah's actually going to miss. Korok waveforms at the last possible minute with that Strength Morph. He is going to survive. Vacuum pulling him back. Reality Rift pulling back even further. Chaos Knight taking in the last red click, but Painted Gold is here with the BKB. Tornado goes out from the Invoker, and everyone just sitting in that Pulse Nova doing a ton of damage, but Painted Gold simply not doing enough focus damage. And NS is going to be able to brought down, and Leshrac is going to take a double kill on the Enchantress as well. Matrim is going to fall next, and Dendi going to try to go for Brax. Brax is standing his ground, going to be trying to right click down them 1 for 1, but the last 2 heroes alive, are they going to chase? Forrest is going to rearm and try to get out of there, but he is out of mana. He does have a Soul Ring, but now he's only sitting at 200 health, looking for a laser missile combo. Tornado going off on horse, canceling that teleport, and Brax wants that kill. Brax is going to get that kill. Godlike streak from the Invoker. Once again, Na'Vi gets team wiped. No, wait. Last team wipe was it? Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm just mixing up games. But Na'Vi getting team wiped, so brilliant fight from Quantic. Leshrac did so much damage in that fight. Unbelievable amounts of damage. He just sat there and killed everyone. The unfortunate part about Leshrac being a kind of carry hero is that his damage isn't focused, so that everyone gets really low at the same time, which isn't how you want to do things. It's like the whole idea behind micro is that like you focus one person at a time to eliminate their DPS and eliminate their contributions to the team. But that's exactly not what Leshrac does. That's something that Morphling can do later on, especially if he gets that Ethereal Blade, instantly knocks someone out of the fight, and then their contributions to the fight, or to the rest of the fight, is exactly 0. But Quantic, with towers in the lead, and with that huge fight, going to be sitting at an even larger advantage. Smoked up, Korok is heading towards the bot lane, trying to get some CS, but it's all the way over here. I don't exactly know why he went there. Maybe look for a Tinker kill. It's going to be hard to get. No, he's actually going to go for NS. NS, you're in the wrong place, wrong time. Waveform in, and he have a high level adaptive strike. Doesn't matter, actually. The right clicks from Morphling just being too much for that weak Ancient Apparition. In the meantime, Brax getting gangbanged by the entirety of Na'Vi. Shit, Darkseer getting a kill. Getting a lot of gold as well. 635 from that godlike streak that he just broke. Darkseer is going to be building up towards a Aghanim Scepter most likely. Wall of Illusion make it a little bit stronger. Chaos Knights finally got his treads and his drums, so he finally has his early game set up. 30 minutes in. Maybe he's going to go for a Heart of Tarrasque. Usually what you see among Chaos Knights, just to get a little bit of bulk, and your Phantasm Illusions already deal quite a bit of damage with that armlet up if you remember to activate it. So you don't really need to focus on the illusions to give them damage. Tornado is up for Na'Vi, so they are going to spot out Quantic when they decide to go in. Painted Gold, he's taking impetus from Puppey. Is he going to respond by Split Earth? No, he isn't. Well, he's going to try to. Mikey taking a lot of damage from that missile, however, sitting at half health already. And Na'Vi just keeping Quantic out of that Roshan pit.
Where are you going?
Morphling Illusion is going to actually force everyone back. Well, Na'Vi got really scared from that. That actually worked like a charm. So, yeah, the Illusion actually getting possessed by Enchantress. Is that what's happening now? Yeah, so that happened. That was kind of weird. But Quantic managed to shut down Navi's attempt at Roshan, and Na'Vi is forced to go back. They do smoke up, so they do want to get something out of this. And most likely they're going to be going down the mid lane trying to look for someone. Brax is leaving, and Venomancer is leaving as well. So they're still looking for someone. Korok denying the tower. Unfortunately for Na'Vi, there's no one near. And they are spotted out by that Sentry Ward and Venomous Plague Ward. So once again, Quantic knows that Na'Vi wants to go for this Roshan. They do have a melee creep of all things, taking that up. And all the wards getting taken down at the same time. Fantastic. Na'Vi once again denied their Roshan. Morphling is in the middle lane. He's just farming, and that's what you can do as a Morphling. Get that replicate up. Someone should be heading towards him so we can replicate him. And then split push. Split push all day. Speaking of split push, of course, with the Boots of Travel, going to be able to take down the tower very easily. Get back to safety and pick up his sheep stick. But the rest of Na'Vi looking for Matrim. Matrim is so dead right now. Yes, it's going to be dead. Ancient Apparition taking that kill. And the rest of Na'Vi wanting to push down a couple more towers or go for Roshan. Either one is a good choice.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Then he's going to be teleporting to the mid lane, try to defend that against Korok, who did do quite a number on this tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Morphling pushing with a siege creep. Quantic is going to run into a couple of AA illusions who are instantly going to be wiped out. Poor illusions. Do illusions have a soul? No, they don't. But anyway, gold per minute, still sitting firmly in the advantage of the Shrek, who does have his BKB up, used it once already. Probably going to be going for something like Aghanim Scepter, Maybe phase boots, get a little bit more mobility, stay in the fights a little bit longer. There goes the Invoker replicate. What the hell was that? Did they... Oh, they hexed it. Yeah, he hexed it. Instantly gets rid of it. Could have sworn that was a 50 on the second timer, and it was. But Hex instantly gets rid of illusions. So if you could, Hex illusions, if you're really confused, it's a good way to test it out. And if they turn into a pig, then you got the real one, and you know who to kill. Na'Vi just trolling around in Quantic's jungle. And Quantic, they probably can do something about that, but it'll be dangerous if they choose to do so. Na'Vi is going to be pushing down the tier 2 towers. Everyone from Quantic is transitioning down there. Is there a replicate up? No, replicate's still on cooldown, so Korok has to get down here very quickly. EMP Tornado going to be going off, hitting Dendi. There goes all of his man. Do they have arcane boosts? They have at least one. But missiles continuing to fly out from Havorst. March to the Machine as well, going to demolish this creep wave. Missiles going out again. Plus that tornado from that Wilkin. 2 Wilkins, actually. That's 2 tornadoes. That's 2 tornadoes? Doesn't look like 2 tornadoes. Reality Rift failing with that Force Staff. I feel like Reality Rift has like the worst success rate of all spells in the game. You think it's just like, oh, you click it and it works. But that's not actually how it works. So that's going to be a tower going in favor of Na'Vi. And with those missiles, with those double tornadoes, Quantic was unable to get close. And if they did, then Na'Vi would have been ready for them. Would have put down a wall, would have just went to town. And Quantic would have been so extremely slow. They wouldn't have been able to move around very efficiently at all. Mikey looking for a retaliation kill. They want Dendi, but a stomp going off is going to be able to catch that. And this Centaur wants his life. Run, Centaur! No, he's dead. Brax with those maxed out Wex is going to be able to... No, he's not going to. But all of Quantic now grouping up on the mid lane. They want a tower, but Morphling has teleported back to the base. Is there a replicate illusion? Yes, there is. So he could effectively split push this. He is going for a shotgun. And everyone from Na'Vi is still pretty weak, so it will be pretty effective. I really wish that this circle would be teal instead of orange. Because if it was teal, then it would be like, oh, well, that's Morphling's unit. But it's orange, which is Vengeful Spirit, and that makes no sense. So that's what grinds my gears. And I apologize for like the downtime where I'm not saying anything, but my voice is still killing me. I really have to figure out how to speak correctly. I am not a singer. I play a violin, or I used to play a violin. That's as much control as I have. Dendi moving very quickly from Surge, gonna be able to take. Gonna be cold snaps actually. Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast gonna hit perfectly onto the Vengeful Spirit, who's gonna get taken down. Leshrac able to take down the Ancient Apparition as well. Enchantress killing the Invoker with impetuses. I have no idea what's happening. There's so many effects going on. Pay to Gold sitting in the middle of everything with the BKB, doing so much damage, and Korok is in the back as well. Havorst is still alive, going to be dropping down another March of the Machines. Impetus is flying out from the Enchantress, almost taking down Korok, but he, with that strength morph, he is going to be okay, and that's 3 down from Na'Vi, 2 for Quantic. That was just a clusterfuck of action. Like, really, there's no way to describe that other than use the word clusterfuck. Everyone is sitting in that Invoker Ice Wall, and Ice Wall doesn't do the most damage. It's only like, what, 18 per second? That's nothing. But they were sitting in it and they couldn't really move. But I don't think they really wanted to move, because all the Chaos Knight illusions were chilling, just hitting things. Leshrac, if your Pulse Nova and Edict are hitting people, then you don't have to move. You just sit there and let it work. So Ice Wall was there to prevent mobility, and that's exactly what it did. Korok now going to run into Puppey, and Puppey's got to watch himself. Korok does not have a shotgun quite yet, and he does have a backup from Havorst. Korok is now on the run. He could just wait for him into the trees. There you go. Nothing going to be happening there. No, actually, ooh, that was close. Tornado tried to get vision. Force Staff tried to follow, and if they got a split second of sight, then they could have scythed him. Turned him into a chicken and then gotten the kill. But lucky Morphling with that teleport, and he is very close to his Ethereal Blade. Once he gets that, Enchantress, you're dead. Tinker, you're probably fine. Chaos Knight's fine. AA, you're dead. Darkseer, you're fine. So, but even if they manage to take out the AA before he gets that Ice Blast off, that would be absolutely huge. Korok is going to be farming this top lane. And he does have his Ethereal Blade. Yay! Courier instantly going to deliver that to him. And we're going to see if Quantic wants to push off the back of this item. Once you get an item, well, they have an Aghanim Scepter as well. Do they have anything else that's really big? Not really. They do have a pipe. Once you get an item, you get a small window of opportunity when you're just so much stronger than the other team, especially if it's a big item such as Ethereal Blade. Similar items are like Blink Daggers on certain heroes. But once you get those items, you're so powerful for a very small window of time that you should make something happen, because the enemy team is not going to be used to fighting you with that item yet. Even if they spot it out, it's not going to be exactly firmly ingrained in their mind that you have that, and the threat is not going to be fully analyzed quite yet. So Quantic taking advantage of that. They do have a replicate from the Morphling, and with that level 3 edict, they're going to be able to take down that tower. But Na'Vi saying, hey, you can have that tower, because we already took that tower from you. We're going to take it, Roshan. Quantic is way too far away to contest this. Dendi with a double damage rune, and Chaos Knight with an armlet. That's a lot of damage coming out. Roshan is going to be dropped, and we're going to see who picks up this Aegis of the Immortal. Yeah, it's Dendi. Dendi's going to get his Aegis of the Immortal. Sunstrike going off, trying to spot something, but it wasn't even on target. We have to keep on this Morphling now. He could shotgun someone down so quickly. And Lucky Puppy finding a replicate illusion. Nope. That was just a Manta illusion. Was it? Yeah, it was. Okay. All of Quantic are now grouped up in the mid lane. They want to get Dendi. Force Staff and a swap going on to Dendi. Magic Missile to follow. They are going to be able to take down this Aegis the Immortal, but will they be able to kill him for a second time as Ancient Apparition Ice Blast comes in hitting everyone? Mikey is on the run from Puppy Impetuses as well as Force, who just teleported in. Korok did get his shotgun off onto Dendi, and Dendi is extremely weak with that armlet. He might fall. It's going to be close. No, he's going to get out just fine. Enchantress being able to take down Matrim, and Tinker being able to take down Mikey. Morphling is just standing his ground. He's taking a lot of damage, but Strength Morph is going to keep him alive, and that's a double kill for the Morphling. Taking down the A and the Enchantress. So all the support's getting screwed over, and Puppy disconnected from the game. Luckily, we don't have to actually pause for this, since he's dead. Right? Please don't pause. I would have to talk, and my voice cannot handle that shit. Anyway, 2 for 2. The support's getting completely rolled. There you go. NS understands. Paint a goal. What? What the hell was? He just got missiled. Which is, I mean, like, it's fine. You get missiled. It happens. But why were you there at 1 missile's worth of? I don't know. He had a haste runer. He was very fast or something. Most likely a haste rune. But thinking he was a little bit stronger than he actually was, just fed Tinker an easy kill, and I'm sure Tinker will be more than happy to take that. Now he does have an ultimate orb and going to be going for a Lincoln Sphere. He'll be blocking one part of that Morphling shotgun, so that will be pretty good, and also prevent the swap, prevent the magic missile. So a very defensive item for the Tinker. But Tinker really didn't take any of those spells anyway. He teleported in at a good time so that all the dangerous spells were already out of the game. Mostly burn on Dendi, who managed to survive surprisingly. Who does have a Black King bar up. So no more of those spell shenanigans. So no more shotgun, or like only one part of the shotgun. As the BKB is going to be flying out towards, not him actually, Wards first. Wards for NS, and then BKB for Dendi. Lincoln Sphere has been completed by the Tinker. That is going to mean he's going to be very hard to kill. And all the way, the top wave pushed out pretty hard by Na'Vi. Mid lane is going to be the next to be pushed out as well. And I realize just now that I'm saying as well way too much. Gotta make sure I manage that. But all of Na'Vi grouping up in the mid lane. Well, actually, no. Puppy looking for some creeps. Or looking for some farm. He is very close to his Aghanim Scepter. Once he gets that, a lot of right-click damage coming out from the Enchantress. If she manages to keep her distance, if she manages to not get shotgunned, she could completely dish out the damage. But that's a pretty big if. There's a lot of gap closing from Quantic. There's a swap, there's a waveform. Morphling just inherently has a lot of range with that shotgun combo. Navi's gonna run into a couple of Morphling illusions. 700 crit, holy crap. You don't want to get hit by that. That will ruin your day. But anyway, all of Quantic heading up to this top lane. Both teams just doing a very strange dance, trying to find an opening, but neither team is really giving them one. And as this game draws on, Morphling getting stronger and stronger with that ultimate orb. Looks like it's going to be... it could be of Eye of Scotty, it could be a Lincoln Sphere. I'm going to say Eye of Scotty. It's a little bit late for a Lincoln Sphere. It will help, but not that much. Most likely going to be Scotty. I want to see a Scotty. Scotties are awesome. With that Scotty, we'll give him a lot of stats. He's already sitting at freaking 200 agility, so that Ethereal Blade is doing a ton of damage. They are pushing out the top lane, but Tinker, doing the Tinker thing, is pushing down the bottom lane in return, making sure that Quantic can't just do whatever they want. Whenever they want to push, they're not going to be able to, but unfortunately all these marching machines not in range of the creep wave. Tinker is teleporting back, and he's going to be going to the mid lane as well, so pressuring out all the lanes. Quantic is forced to teleport back. Everyone actually teleporting back to the fountain to defend their towers. So that's the painful part of playing against a Tinker. He just never stops pushing. Same thing with a Natured Prophet, but I feel like Tinker even more so, since there's one cast and the entire creep wave is done, and you could move a lot more freely than a Prophet, especially if you have all those creeps in your lane. Tinker's pushing down everything, and he's topping the gold per minute chart, but Morphling, well, yeah, he just passed him. So Morphling is catching up, and farm Morphling is a lot more terrifying than a farm Tinker. Tinker, however, does have the potential to completely lock down that Morphling if he manages to get a couple of hexes on him. Morphling not quite with that BKB. Might not even be going for a BKB. He should go for a BKB, because that would help him quite a bit. But he's instead going for that Eye of Scotty, as I predicted, which is freaking awesome. Just needs a little bit more gold, 700 away from that. He's going to have that in relatively short order. So you gem up on the Vengeful Spirit. Nothing new up on the Invoker. Painted Gold. Kind of losing his effectiveness. Leshrac is most potent early on in the game, and that's why I don't really like him as a pure carry. I like him as a heavy damage dealer, and like kind of a utility hero, kind of like Invoker. But I don't think he's really capable of carrying a game all by himself, simply because the Pulse Nova damage kind of falls off, and the Edict falls off a lot. And once those fall off, then, well, you don't really have that much. But he already gave his team a pretty firm advantage. They still have that advantage. So that's pretty much all you could ask for from a Leshrac. Just dominate the early game, and then, well, hopefully the Morphling will be able to follow up. And the Morphling is following up. Oh no, Tinker, you gotta cancel that. There you go, Tinker. Tinker kept that going. He would have been so... Oh, Tinker has the balls. Tinker's gonna waste another rearm. Quantic is done with his Eye of Scotty. He doesn't have a buyback, but I'm sure he's okay with that, since Eye of Scotty is a pretty big item. Korok is farming up. Let's see how Dendy's farming up. He does have a Black King bar. He does have Drum and Armlet. But all those items are pretty old, actually. He doesn't have much item progression. He's sitting at 2300, which is not bad at all. But I don't think this is able to fight toe-to-toe with this, plus this. It's a lot of health, a lot of survivability, and a lot of pain coming out from the Quantic side. And Na'Vi is mostly relying on magical damage at this point in time. Well, Impetuses could do quite a bit as well, but the right clicks, the straight-up right clicks, not doing that much. Tinker is not going to be able to teleport in. BKB being popped by Leshrac, as Dendy is going to meet that in turn. Phantasming as well, trying to go for Painted Gold. He's looking for a Reality Rift on someone. Going to be able to hit Brax with it. Ancient Apparition going to be completely missing everything. Morphling taking out the Enchantress in the back end of play. Dendy looking to escape. Light of Heaven and NS are looking to escape as well. Korok is still in this fight. Swap back on the Ancient Apparition. He's going to be right-clicked down by the Invoker. And Tinker actually managing to pick out the Venomancer, who is a little bit out of position from his team. But now Vorst is on the run. But he has like a million Force Staffs, so he's going to be able to get out of that. 2-for-1 exchange for Quantic. Once again, the support's getting nailed down. Vengeful Spirit managing to survive. It's something you don't see every day. Vengeful Spirit at the end of a fight. She's going to be happy about that. But Quantic is going to try to push on this top lane. With that Wall of Illusion up, they don't want to pass that. Especially... Oh, get out here. Stop it. Yeah, they don't want to pass that, and they're not going to. They're just going to go for the top tower. I don't think they can actually tank that, though. But no, they're actually going to go for Havorst. Havorst is hexed up, and he's going to take a lot of damage. He actually got swapped down from the high ground by Mikey. That did give them the gem, but you also got a free kill. Actually, that wasn't a free kill since he lost his life, and he bought back. So, a good attempt by the Vengeful Spirit, ultimately not paying off that much. But that was okay. Na'Vi managing to defend their towers with that Wall of Illusion, completely shutting down this passageway. You don't want to pass that as the Morphling, because Morphling is all about stat stacking, and once you do that, then all of your stuff gets a lot more deadly, especially your illusions, which is why you get Manta Style on Morphling, is because he is a stat stacking type of hero. What I mean by that is that, oh, look at him, just demolish Puppy. We're going to see an Adaptive Strike. No, you already used the Adaptive Strike. Waveform. Pipe is not going to defend yourself against that, but Korok is now in a very bad position. He does not have a Replicate up, and he's out of mana. Korok might go down from this. Reality Rift bringing him back, as well as Cold Feet. Morphling is going to get killed, and Roshan spawns immediately. Roshan was like, hey, look, Morphling's dead. I can finally come out of my cave. This is going to be another easy Aegis for Na'Vi, and Morphling did not realize that all of Na'Vi was going to be there to cover Enchantress. Unfortunately, Enchantress did go down for Na'Vi, but in exchange for Morphling, yes, you take that trade. Roshan just getting hit big with those giant crits by Dendi. Now has his Reaver up. Going to be going for a heart, as I said before. Tornado going to be stalling off Light of Heaven just a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Roshan gets picked up, and Chaos Knight is now walking around with an Agency of the Immortal. This guy is tanky, sitting at 17 armor, 2700 health. That's dangerous. Very, very hard to kill. But I feel like Morphling can do it. He does have that Eye of Scotty. He's sitting at 1400 gold. Not enough gold for buyback, but he doesn't need to buy back. And if he gets a Butterfly, if he gets a BKB, it's all over. Well, not really, but it's gonna help him a lot. Vengeful Spirit sitting at 1000 gold. She's rolling in the dough for support. She's actually transitioning away from the Nothing build, as is the Venomancer. It's a shame because the Nothing build is amazing. But Aghanim Scepter on the Venomancer gonna make that Poison Nova do a lot more damage. The problem with that is that it's over time, and damage over time is never as good as instant upfront damage. But if Quantic manages to draw out the team fight, they will get a lot of mileage out of that ultimate. Burn through that pipe, which will allow the Shotgun and Leshrac to do a lot more damage with their spells. But Na'Vi seems to be content with not making any plays. They want Quantic to slip up, and they just want to get more farm on this Chaos Knight. Once they get a hard Trask on this Chaos Knight, they're going to be in pretty good condition to take a fight, but unfortunately by the time that happens, Morphling is going to have his next item. He's actually shooting snowballs. It's freaking awesome. I love Eye of Scotty. But I never get it, because it's too expensive. And I'm not the best at farming. I mean, like, I'm not bad, but I'm no Korok either. My voice is killing me, holy shit. And just my luck, this game is pushing the 50-minute mark. And nothing's happening. That's like the perfect combo. I can't just sit here and be quiet. That defeats the whole purpose. Those trolls have no idea what hit them. But I've got to keep talking, because that's like the whole point of this. But nothing's really happening. Like, all of Na'Vi smoked up looking for someone to kill on the bot lane. Going to be pushing down the bot. All of Quantic was smoked up in the top lane, looking to pick up someone there. And they pushed out the top lane. So both teams seem to know exactly what's going on the other side, and Na'Vi with Smoke are waiting for someone to teleport to this mid lane and try to defend this push. Smoke will time out pretty soon, though. Is anyone actually going to teleport? I feel like Quantic is waiting for the exact same thing. If we see a Rax trade, that would be awesome. course he's going to teleport to the back. Start sending out some missiles. Or just get some more mana. We might actually see a Rax trade. As both teams don't look like they want to stop. They're playing chicken with Raxes, and that might mean that both of them are going to lose their Raxes. Force is here, but he might get shotgunned down. He does have a Lincoln Sphere, so he's pretty protected. Korok getting hexed up and taking a laser as well. Taking a lot of damage. Is there another Hex? Yes, there is, and another laser as well. Korok is sitting very low at health. The rest of his team has teleported back. Tornado looking off for someone, going to catch out NS and Dendy. Painted Gold is going to hex Dendy. Where the hell is that Ion Shield doing? Painted Gold is sitting in the middle of everyone with that BKB. Dendy popped off his BKB, Phantasm, and Armlet. He's just going to go to town on whoever he can reach. There goes the Venomous Venomaster Ultimate. Ancient Persian Man to take out Vengeful Spirit. Leshrac also taking out the AA from his Pulse Nova, but he's going to take him down by Dendy. Enchantress also doing a ton of damage to Leshrac. Here comes Korok, being able to shotgun someone down. 4-second stun on him, however. Dendy's just going to work. He does still have his Aegis up, and Light of Heaven is in the back end to play. But there goes Dendy, and where's the Tinker? Tinker is... screw this, Dendy. You're on your own. Dendy is going to get right clicked down. No chance for him. Korok going to be able to pick up another kill. Quantic successfully defend their bot lane, and they're going to push strong onto the bot lane, I guess. In retaliation, no. Morphling, 3,800 gold, saving for buyback in part, but buyback, you could still buy a pretty big item. He could start working on his BKB. He could get a Satanic or something like that, which would be pretty good. What are you getting? Might be going for a Butterfly? Ultimate Orb. Lincoln Sphere? No, that's not his. Invoker has a Scythe of Eyes now, so Hex coming out from Invoker. You Hex the Tinker. Somehow managed to get that through. It will stop his permahex, and looks like it is going to be a Butterfly, so this Morphling is going all out damage build. Na'Vi is going to be hard pressed to stop that. That Butterfly is just going to be so devastating. It's also going to shut down a lot of the DPS coming out from the Chaos Knight. This evasion OP. We'll give him a lot of effective HP. Once again, guys, I apologize for not being my usual casting self. My voice is completely dead. I should not try to do this for extended periods of time. I've not done this before, actually. Streams were usually one game at a time because they were at the group stage of the defense. So, not the most endurance on my voice. I really like how these Ancient Thunder Lizards look now. Most of the neutrals look like shit. Like, look at this. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but it's definitely not typical Valve quality. Korok is going to get initiated on by Havorse, and if Morphling tries to wave in, he's going to get hexed up and perma lasered down, and Morphling can't hit anything, is just a puddle of water. So laser, pretty good spell to use against a Morphling, but it will not help you against a shotgun, unfortunately, for the Tinker, who can get shotgunned down. Actually, no. If he uses Lincoln Sphere to block the Ethereal Blade, then he probably will survive. The Tinker just has to lock down the Morphling. And if he manages to get like 2 or 3 hexes on him without dying, then the rest of his team can do a lot of damage. Probably just stays in the back throwing the imps. Darkseer, Ion Shell, whoever, Vacuum into an AA Ice Blast. Chilling Touch, pretty good. It's not really used a whole lot, but does a lot of damage. Kind of a shame. And this is not what you want to use Chilling Touch for, because it makes you attack slower. You really want to put it on your team when you're in a fight or just about to go into a fight. Anything other than that, and it's just wasted attack speed. I guess they're prepping for a possible fight, but yeah, their attack speed's fine enough. Looks like they might even get their fight. Quantic going into the Na'Vi jungle, looking for someone. They might see Enchantress. Tornado is not... No, it will catch Puppey. and there's going to be a split earth followed by Paint of Gold. He's going to pop his BKB. It was only 5 seconds though. Dendi is taking a lot of damage. Morphling coming in from the back, going to be able to shotgun down that Ancient Apparition. He's now going to go to work on the Tinker, who got Deafening Blast, huge Deafening Blast from Brax, hitting pretty much everyone on the Navi side. Light having to be taken down as well by the Invoker. Missiles continuing to fly out, and Korok is going to get Hex, but he does have a Strength Morph on. Meteor going to be dropped down, not going to hit anyone though. Puppy is still in the battle though. Darkseer going to be able to kill the Venomancer, but that's a 4-for-2 trade. I'm sorry, in favor of Quantic, and that means mid Rax. Does Navi have buyback? No buyback. No. Oh shit, Navi. Tinker can do a little bit to defend this, but against 4 people, against a Morphling with Ethereal Blade, yeah, you're dead, son. This tower is also going to follow. Oh no, Tinker actually bought back, so Tinker's going to continue to try to defend this. But the rest of Quantic, well, Quantic, where is Quantic? Oh, they're all dead. But this is the rest of Quantic. This tower's gonna fall down. Brax missiles, 160 health. Morphling's gonna leave his Manta Illusions, try to get a range Brax, but the missiles are gonna take those down as well. Tinker managing to hold off Quantic all by himself. Morphling with that butterfly, doing a ton of damage with that Ethereal Blade combo. Bot tower is being pushed, and it might even be taken down. Orange and yellow are heading towards that, and the Siege Creeps will not be able to bring it down. Painted Gold is here with the Pulse Nova. Wow, that Creep Wave just got annihilated. AA Blast gonna come in and hit Mikey. Not a big deal. Now the question is, what item do you get next from Morphling? I mean, like, probably Boots of Travel. Replace that TP scroll with Boots of Travel, so you don't have to really hold on to those, but you could still deal with the Tinker split pushing. Something like a Satanic would really be beneficial. Get rid of the treads, get a Satanic, and then you're completely decked out. Morphling as rich as Morphlings come. Divorced with that Shiva's Guard, and, well, it's kind of a wash because the Shiva's Guard on Painted Gold on the other end to play. So the minus attack speed aura is a wash as far as that goes, but I think it will probably hurt Chaos Knight a little bit more. Dendi getting swapped up and Hex immediately. Dendi is going to go down with that Hard Trask or not. He's taking so much damage. Morphling going to half shotgun him down. Dendi does not have buyback. That level 3 swap, so deadly. Quantic is going to go for the Roshan, and hell, they could even go for Roshan and the Rax, because look at that damage being poured out by Korok. Roshan just getting annihilated, and this is a cheese Roshan as well. Probably Aegis on 1 and cheese on Paint. Yes, Painted Gold is going to get his cheese sitting in the middle of the battle forever. Infinite mana, infinite health. Yeah, it's a pretty good item. Quantic with that Aegis. Quantic Korok with that Aegis. Navi's going to be hard pressed to defend this. There are split pushing, and Havorst has breached the bottom tower, and it's going to force 2 TPs back. Support heroes are going to try to defend this. Tornado actually missing, but Korok is here, and he could shotgun someone down if he chooses to do so. Where I didn't have him selected. Xbox is still on the run. He is going to get his teleport interrupted though. Swap going off onto Horst, and Horst is trying to get a rearm off, but is continuously being permastunned by that cold snap. Meteor being dropped down on his head as well. Brax is going to be able to take down this kill. In the meantime, a huge fight coming on the top in the mid lane. Vengeful Spirit. No, Darkseid actually managing to take down the Venomancer. And those Raxes, where did they go? Oh, right, Korok just annihilated them. So I apologize for missing that fight, but we saw Tinker get shut down, which is quite frankly a little more fun to watch since Cold Snap and Invoker spells. A lot of fun. And holy crap, Invoker! Spend some of your money, get an Aghanim Scepter, drop down everything. Invoker's level 25, so he is like God mode right now. He can drop down whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however many times he wants to. And this Rax is now under fire. Without that Tinker, Tinker does not have buyback. No, in a minute. But Dendi going to be reality rifting Korok back in. Huge AA ultimate going to be hitting on Mikey and Korok, but it may not matter. Korok going to be replicating to his illusion. Mikey is still on the run, but a perfect ice wall by Brax going to be slowing everyone down. All of Navi just not being able to move at all. Korok has to get out of here though. He does have his Aegis, so even if he does get taken down once, he's probably not going to die. The rest of the team has showed up. Painted Gold going to be able to take down AA immediately, who has just bought back. Painted Gold is still in the middle of this fight, and Korok has revived. is going to shotgun down Puppey. Puppey is surviving just barely, managed to get his Wisp off beforehand. Dendy is going to get taken down by a Split Earth. Korok is still attacking Puppey with that Eye of Scotty. You cannot escape from that. That's going to be the GG call from Na'Vi. So Quantic with a hard carry. Korok managing to steal the game in an hour. So fantastic, another hour game. My voice is not happy about that, but I think I'm done for now. As is Na'Vi, the GG call has already been made. Unfortunately for Na'Vi, their CK just simply not big enough to withstand this Korok, who is pretty much maxed out on items. 7,000 gold, holy shit. He's just going to buy back and buy like boots of travel, or 2 boots of travel. 1 for each water foot. No Helm Dominator, going for Satanic. But yeah, that's Mega Creeps, and I don't think Na'Vi can defend against that. I don't think they want to defend against that. They already called GG. Sunstrike and be able to nail, of course, on the head. And there's the GG calls round 2. So Quantic taking this game 1-0. This is from the winners bracket of the defense, and this is a best of 3. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to watch someone else for the other 2 games because I simply cannot keep casting. If I do that, I will be dead later on. That's something I'm not interested in doing. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this live stream, I do have more videos at youtube.com/MikeLorisGaming. And if you're watching from there, then yeah, I'll try to get a couple more games off. Hopefully I'll get another game of Lol's Dota for all of you League players out there. Can help you get into this wonderful, wonderful game. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, that's it. GG.